the WWJ Playhouse. Every Thursday evening at this time, the WWJ Playhouse brings you an original drama written especially for this program. Tonight's play is the story of a woman who was Miss America of 1926.
We'll have to wait until they quiet down.
Let us turn back time to the easygoing, war-free days of the summer of 1926. Calvin Coolidge, unaware of impending disaster, sits idly in the White House. Jack Dempsey is still heavyweight champion of the world, but he won't be for long. Stanley Baldwin is prime minister of a smug, satisfied, and sleeping England. George Yulee is on his way to winning 27 games for the Cleveland Indians. Adolf Hitler is an obscure political agitator in Germany, just recently released from prison. And, of course, all America is singing Horses in a Little Spanish Town and The Black Bottom. And Penelope Sims, radiant in a one-piece bathing suit, stands on an improvised runway near Atlantic City's boardwalk, ready to be crowned Miss America.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please. And now, it gives me great pleasure to present to you this silver loving cup, emblematic of the title of Miss America. Now, ladies and gentlemen, meet Miss Penelope Sims, the Miss America of 1926.
Penny. Oh, Penny, my dear, this is the happiest moment of my life.
Oh, Pop, it's just wonderful.
Luther here's proud of you, too, my dear. I only wish your mother was here to see you.
Gee, it sure is great, Penny. Sure is great.
Oh, thank you, Luther.
Only I suppose now you'll be traveling all over, going on a stage into Hollywood, maybe, and forgetting all about us folks.
Luther, I'll never forget you.
Gosh.
Pop,
Yes, Penny?
get Luther out of here. He's embarrassing me in front of all these people.
Miss Sims, $1,000 for an endorsement of Peach Down Face Powder.
Why, yes.
$100, Miss Sims, for your picture in a Venus form bed.
$1,500.
Your signatures are mistaken for we're prepared endorsing Billy Ride Tires, Miss Sims. My company's prepared to give you $2,500.
Really, you folks here at the Metropolitan Theater have been so wonderful to me. And now, because I know you've been so nice and...
Nervous, Miss Sims. Miss Sims, after all, a screen... Sims, don't be nervous, Miss Sims. After all, a screen test is nothing to be frightened of. Are you ready?
Well, I guess I'm as ready as I ever will be.
Fine. Now, just take it easy. All right. Lights. Camera. Action.
Penelope, darling, if you'll only marry me, I promise you nothing but luxuries. Palm Beach in the winter, Newport in the summer.
Oh, Jimmy, you're so sweet and generous, but I must think of my career.
I have everything in the world, Penelope, my dear. Almost everything. Motor cars, estates, a yacht. If you'd only marry me, I'd have...
But, Dick, I can't think of marriage now. My career must come first.
Penelope, my own. I can place at your feet social position, wealth, a life of ease, whatever your heart desires.
When I was Miss America...
When you were Miss America. That was in 1926. Right now you're in the chorus of the Cuties in 1929. I was Miss Kokomo once myself.
Miss Kokomo? Why, you...
Come in.
Here's some flowers for one of you dames that some sucker sent.
What do you mean? They're for one of us.
Yeah, which one?
It's the handwriting, and I ain't hired to figure out no codes. Maybe it says Miss Sims, and maybe it says Miss Smith. There you are, cuties. You figure it out for yourself.
I'm sure they're for me.
Is that so? Well, what makes you so sure?
I've been expecting flowers.
Oh, you have. I suppose you've been running around with an undertaker.
Kitty, if there's anything around here that's ready to be embalmed, it's you.
But you're just sitting here waiting for the Prince of Wales to get wise to what he's missing. Take your hands off those flowers.
I will not. They're mine.
Oh, they are.
Hey, they're tearing the box all to pieces.
Well, I guess I have a right to. They're my flowers.
They're not.
They are, and what's more, I'm going to take a...
Take your filthy hands out of my hands.
I'll take care of you. You Miss America of 1926.
Step right up, gents. Step right up here. See the kind of burlesque you like to see. Just the way you want to see it. Plenty of seats, folks. No waiting. The show's going on now. See the 30 gorgeous ladies of the ensemble. 30 of them, gents. Count them for yourself. What's more, as a special added attraction, this week only, we have Penelope Sims, Miss America in person. Yes, sir, gents, this is the real article, not a movie.
Hey, what do you mean, Miss America?
You heard me, brother. I said Miss America. You don't believe me? Step inside and see for yourself.
Listen, you can't kid me.
I can't, huh? Well, little boy, somebody did.
She was Miss America in 1926, and this is 1933.
Well, a smart guy, huh? Listen, boy, come on and run along your business. You're bothering me. There you are, folks. Step right up now.
Shake a leg, Fred. Where are you?
Oh, it's you, Miss Sims.
Any calls or mail for me?
Well, now, let me see. Oh, yes. There's that gentleman who called.
What gentleman?
Oh, it's the one who's been calling. There's your key and your phone call.
Oh, him.
What's the matter, Miss Sims? Don't you like that fella?
Fred, do they pay you to be night clerk in this hotel, or do you pay them?
What do you mean?
You have an awful lot of fun minding other people's business, don't you?
Well, now, Miss...
I know it's not the Waldorf Astoria.
Maybe I do kind of mind other people's business a lot more than I should, but... Well, I've never had a family.
Let's forget it, Fred. See that I'm not cold before 11, will you?
Yeah, I will. But, Miss Sims...
Yes, what is it?
I remember you.
What do you mean?
You used to be Miss America, didn't you?
That was a long time ago.
Oh, maybe it seems that way to you, but... Well, I'm older, and it seems just like yesterday that I used to see your pictures in all those ads.
Well, you don't see it anymore.
It didn't turn out the way you thought it was going to, did it?
I'll say it didn't.
You just thought they were going to keep on laying the world at your feet. Fur coats, trips, evening gowns, jewelry.
I'm going to get all those things yet, Fred.
Are you?
You bet I am.
You know, I've seen them come and I've seen them go.
What's that got to do with me?
Oh, don't you ever wish that you had a home of your own instead of having to put up in cheap hotels? You know, a good husband, maybe a couple of kids.
I've got my mind on only one thing, Fred.
Uh-huh. What about this fella that's been calling you up?
Well, what about him?
Oh, he's been in here a few times. Seems like a nice enough fella to me.
Too bad you're not a woman, because he's looking for a wife.
That's what I figured.
You two could get married and settle down in Oshkosh in a little white cottage with
Why
green...
don't you marry him? He always struck me as
Listen,
a fine...
Fred. I don't know why I bother to tell you, but get this straight.
Yeah?
I'm going to amount to something yet, and I'm not throwing myself away on anybody. I'm sorry, madam, but I didn't mean to be rude.
I don't believe you didn't mean to be, young woman, but whether you meant to be or not, you were.
But I've shown you everything we have,
And I've been dealing here in this store for 25 years, and in all that time I've never been treated this way.
all I can say is that I'm sorry.
This is 1939, you know, and customers are supposed to have some rights.
But, madam, I've shown you everything you asked to see. I can't see that it's my fault if the store doesn't carry exactly what it is you had in mind.
That's not the point.
Oh, very well, if you'll...
What was that you said, young woman?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, if it weren't that I don't like to see anybody get in trouble, even though they deserve to be, I'd report you to the management.
As far as I'm concerned, you can go right ahead and do it.
Well, of all things, I've never been treated so outrageously in my life.
Miss Sims, I just happened to notice this little scene.
Mr. Murdoch, that woman was
Oh, I know. Nevertheless, the policy of the store is that customers must be treated with respect under all circumstances.
But I...
If you're not willing to conform to our policies, perhaps you'd better...
Oh, all right. I'm sorry.
Very good.
I just think that
What was that, Miss Sims?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that I'm the girl who used to be Miss America.
Oh, but that was more than 10 years ago.
It was 13 years ago.
Then it's high time you forgot it.
I'll get supper just as fast as I can, Pop.
That's all right, Penny. I can wait.
Why anybody would ever build a kitchen this size is beyond me. Hardly enough room to turn around in.
What's that, Penny?
Oh, nothing. Miserable little apartment. There.
How'd things go at the store today, Penny?
Please, Pop, I don't feel like talking.
Something go wrong?
No, nothing went wrong. I stand on my feet all day, that's all. I'm tired.
Yes, I'm sorry you have to work the way you do.
Feeling sorry doesn't help matters any.
If I could just make a little more...
But you don't, so why talk about it?
I guess you're right. Why talk about it?
Give me part of the paper, will you?
Well, of course, my dear. What part do you want?
Oh, any part, I don't care. Just so I have something to look at.
All right. There.
Thanks. Now, who's that?
Luther, I guess.
Can't he even wait until we have supper?
Oh, you shouldn't be so hard on Luther, Penny. I'll let him in.
It'll be all right with me if Luther Dow never comes here again.
Hello?
Oh, Mr. Sims?
Come right up, Luther. Luther's had his supper. You count on that.
Well, I certainly hope he has. We'll have enough for an extra person.
Penny, you shouldn't be that way. After all, Luther...
I know just what you're going to say. He's been waiting for me to marry him all these years. All right, let him wait.
Penny. He's coming up the hall any minute now.
I don't care what he hears. Believe me, I'm not dead and just waiting to be buried. And until I am...
Please, Penny. Oh, there he is now. And please try to be nice.
Hello, Mr. Sims. How are you?
Fine, my boy, fine. Come in.
Guess it's a little early, but I had my supper and didn't have anything to do.
Well, pull up a chair.
Sure thing. Hello, Penny.
Hello, Luther.
I just happened to be going by O'Brien's drugstore, and I remembered that you liked those chocolate-covered caramels.
Just put them on the table, Luther. I don't want to spoil my supper.
Yeah, sure.
It's been kind of warm today, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been pretty warm, all right.
How's everything at the shop?
Oh, can't complain, Mr. Sims. Can't
Paul,
complain.
listen to this.
What is it, Penny?
Do you remember Artie Fox?
Artie Fox?
He's the man here in town who first got me interested in the Miss America contest.
Oh, yes, I remember.
He's the fellow that tried to get me off the platform at Atlantic City, isn't he?
Listen, Pop, he's got an ad in the paper.
Yes?
He's looking for photographic models.
Is that so?
I'm going down to see him first thing in the morning.
Well, that's fine, but how about your job?
That job, I hate it.
But suppose you don't get anything from Fox.
Oh, I'll get something, all right. You can count on that.
Hey, don't I smell something burning?
Penny, the pork chops.
I'll get lots of work from Artie, and then I'll...
The pork chops, Penny, they're burning.
Just you wait, both of you. I'm starting out again from scratch. And this time I'm going to get someplace. Hello, Artie.
Well, Penelope Sims.
It's been a long time since we've seen each other, hasn't it?
Yes, sir, long time no see. And, sweetheart, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, you think so?
I certainly do. Park your beautiful self right here, honey. Want you where I can get a good look at you.
Oh, thank you.
Just as lovely as ever.
Oh, you're flattering me, Artie.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You're one person I can't keep my age from.
Age? What's a person's age got to do with anything? Why, you don't look a day older than you did in Atlantic City in 1924.
It was 1926, Artie.
1926. Oh, yes, 1926. Isn't that what I said?
You said 1924.
Well, that was a slip of the tongue, just a slip of the tongue. Tell me about yourself. What have you been doing?
Oh, I've managed to keep busy. I've been in several shows.
Good parts?
No complaints, Artie.
Well, now that's fine. What are you doing in town?
I've been, well, just resting the last few months. My father's getting kind of old, and, well, I wanted to spend some time with him. You know how it is.
Sure. When the years start creeping up in the old folks, well, you want to be with them. As I remember your old man, he's kind of a nice guy.
Yes, Pop's awful sweet.
I suppose you're married.
No, I'm not married, Artie.
Well, that isn't because you haven't had the chance.
Oh, I've had loads of proposals.
I'll bet you have. Weren't that I wasn't the marrying kind, Penelope?
It's too late, Artie.
Well, that's the way it is. Maybe that's why I'm not the marrying kind. Then you're engaged, eh?
Well, not exactly engaged.
You mean
but...
you haven't announced it?
Yes, that's it. We have sort of an understanding.
Well, sweetheart, I wish you lots of luck. And believe me, if any of your kids are even half as good looking as their mother, one of them will be Miss America someday.
There's nothing that would make me happier. But I shouldn't be taking up your time like this.
That's all right, honey. That's all right. My time is your time, whenever you want it.
But I came to see you about something special.
All right, go right ahead. What is it?
Well, I saw your ad in yesterday's paper.
Oh, yes. The one for photographic models.
You see, Artie, it isn't that I really need the work.
Oh, no, of course not.
But, well, after you've been in harness a long time...
I know how it is.
I was just thinking that perhaps...
Well, now...
Perhaps just something once or twice a week.
Uh-huh.
I did some posing for advertisements a few years ago.
You
and
did?
The work isn't new to me, Artie.
No, I understand. Well, I'll tell you, honey. Suppose you drop back in a couple of days.
Then, you mean you haven't...
Oh, no. You see, the setup's like this. I'm just the agent for several commercial photographers in town.
Then you don't...
I don't really hire. The girls come here, and I send them out to the different studios.
But you said...
The whole thing's up to the individual photographers, you see. Right now, they're looking for kids.
Oh, I see.
Oh, don't get me wrong, darling. High school kids, 17, 18, 19, that's what they're looking for.
Then I really don't look the same.
Well, that's just the way things go. 1 month, they're looking for anybody who's sort of cute. Next month, it's the older. That is the more mature type they want. Real beauties like you.
I think I understand that.
Now, these high school kids, they don't care if they're good looking or not. Just so they're sort of attractive. Cute.
Yes, I know what you mean.
But you leave your address and phone number with the girl at the desk. I'll see that you get some work, sweetheart. One of these days, you'll get a call. And believe me, when some of those shutter snappers get a gander at you...
Well, I think I'd better go now, Artie.
What's your hurry, baby?
Well, I intended dropping in for only a few
But
minutes.
there's no rush.
I have some shopping to do, and...
Well, I guess a man has no right to stand between a woman and a bargain.
I'll drop in again sometime.
Anytime, Penelope. It was swell seeing you and talking over old times.
Yes, it was nice talking over old times.
And don't forget, give your phone number to the girl.
I won't forget. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and drop in anytime.
Thanks.
Poor kid.
Now, of course, you ladies know that the cosmetic art is very ancient, and it's this very art that this store has hired me to tell you about. For thousands of years, women in all parts of the world have used beautifying oils and ointments and different kinds of coloring on their cheeks and lips in order to make themselves more attractive. Yes, indeed. And why do you think they did it? Well, how do you think Cleopatra got Mark Antony? And how do you think Madame Pompadour captured the King of France? Louis XV, I believe he was. And how do you think Lady Hamilton won over Lord Nelson? And then there's the thrilling romance between our own Wally Warfield and the Duke of Windsor. Well, now...
I suppose we can catch a duke if we use satin silk beauty cream.
No, madam. Satin silk cream can't go quite that far in its guarantee. After all, you must admit, madam, that a jar of satin silk beauty cream with a duke in every jar is just a little bit too much to expect for the small sum of $1.50. But, and this is something of interest to every woman, you too can have a skin as soft, as smooth, as caressingly lovely as that of any duchess or any queen. And the trial jar of satin silk beauty cream, which will last you 3 months, is being sold specially this week and this week only for the small sum of $1.50. Ladies, never again will you be able to buy this product at this price. When this week is over, the price goes back to the regular price of $2.50. But, as I was saying, why do women want to be beautiful? There's one reason and only one reason. A woman wants to get a husband.
Suppose she already has a husband.
Then she wants to hold him. Or get another one. Nevertheless, and in spite of this fundamental fact, most women know little or nothing about the art of making themselves beautiful. Although cosmetics have been used for centuries, almost since the time of Eve, who was the mother of us all, very few women know how to apply makeup. Now, if you'll all step in a little closer so they can get through the aisles back there, I'll demonstrate the proper way of making up. Thank you, ladies. Well, we're all kind of cozy here, aren't we? The first thing, of course, is the use of a proper foundation cream. And that's exactly what Satin Silk Beauty Cream is. Now, after you've removed the old makeup with...
That stuff's ransom.
I say, after you've removed the old makeup...
I bought some and it was ransom. Besides, it was just a fake anyway.
I'm sorry, madam, but I'm sure you must be mistaken.
Oh, no, I'm not.
I'm sure you purchased some inferior product. You must beware, ladies, of the many imitations of Satin Silk Beauty Cream on the market. Naturally, a product so successful
It was Satin Silk Beauty Cream that I bought.
Very well, madam. If you'll just bring back the unused portion and the jar, we'll gladly refund your money. Perhaps you expected too much, more than the claims we make.
It grew hair on my face.
I'm quite sure the hair was there in the first place, madam. That woman doesn't... Now, as I was saying, ladies, the first step in the art of proper makeup is to remove the old makeup with Satin Silk.
Looks like there's going to be a war over there in Europe, Luther.
Yep, I guess it does.
I think that fella Hitler means business, all right.
Looks that way. Have another chocolate, Penny?
What?
I just said, will you have another chocolate?
Oh, no thanks.
Oh, just one more won't hurt you.
You don't have to think about your figure, Luther.
Well, no, I guess I don't.
Well, I guess I'd better go down to the corner and get some tobacco.
And please turn the radio off.
Don't you like the radio, Penny? Gee, I thought that was pretty.
I'd rather have it off.
All right, I'll turn it off. Is there anything you want me to get you, Penny?
No.
You, Luther?
I guess not, Mr. Sims.
All right.
Penny,
What is it?
you're kind of tired, aren't you?
What do you expect? I work all day, don't I?
Yeah, sure. That's what I meant. Besides, you and me, we've known each other a long time.
Longer than I care to think about.
Well, I'm making pretty good money now, Penny, down at the shop.
Luther, what are you trying to say?
Well, I know how much your career means to you. At least, that's the way you always put it.
Oh, my career.
Penny, ever since we were in high school together, even since I first saw you, I thought you were the most beautiful girl I ever saw.
You still think so?
Sure I do.
Well, at least somebody does.
Penny.
Yes, Luther.
Penny, I've never had nerve enough before. I don't know that I got enough right now, but, well, what I'm trying to say is...
Are you trying to ask me to marry you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but, well, I'm just an ordinary guy, Penny, and you... Well, you're so beautiful and everything.
Don't, Luther. Don't talk so much.
Then you mean you won't...
No, Luther, I don't mean that. I'll marry you.
Gee, Penny, I don't know what to say.
Can we get married soon?
Anytime you say, just whenever you want to, and Penny, can I kiss you?
Yeah.
I always wanted to, but somehow I just never got up enough nerve
Be
to...
careful of my hair, Luther, and just kiss me on the cheek.
Can I just take another look at her?
No, you'll wake her up.
But, oh, gee, Penny,
Come on in the living room.
Oh, all right.
And tiptoe.
All right. Be as careful as I can.
Turn the light out. And do it quietly.
Uh-huh.
I'll open the door. I'm afraid you'll make too much noise.
I guess she's all right now.
Yes.
Gee, I can't get over the fact that Gloria Jane's such a beautiful baby. I guess she takes after her mother all right.
Uh-huh.
Come here, Penny, dear, and let your homely old husband put his arms around you.
Please, Luther, not now. I have so much to do.
Oh, forget that stuff. I'll help you do the dishes.
It's not the dishes.
Then what you got that's got to be done right away?
I want to finish this new bonnet for Gloria Jane.
You making her a new bonnet?
Yes. I just have to have it done by tomorrow morning.
You do? What for?
Oh, Luther, I told you about that prettiest baby contest they're having downtown.
Oh, yeah. Say, Gloria Jane sure ought to win that contest, hands down.
Well, if she doesn't, it certainly won't be my fault. Believe me, my daughter's going to amount to something.
The WWJ Playhouse has presented Miss America of 1926. This, of course, was an original drama written by Myron Golden and directed by Ernest Rika. The original music score for the Playhouse was composed and conducted by Ole Fersch. Say, if you wish to see one of these dramas in our auditorium studio, why not write, phone, or call at the studios of WWJ for your tickets? There's no charge, and we'd be glad to have you with us. Next week, the WWJ Playhouse will bring you a comedy entitled Manners Incorporated. So, won't you join us here in the studio or at your radio at 9:30 next Thursday night? The characters and situation in these dramas are purely fictional and bear no intentional relations to real people or events. This is WWJ, the Detroit News.